Hello guys, welcome to my channel Data Science Theory. Today I am going to show you that how to run your program. So in the previous video I have made you to how to install and how to run program. So today I am going to start programming. So let's start it with a simple program here. So first of all, doing a program, you must know something which is very important. So first of all, you have to download the Geany editor, text editor. So Geany text editor you are showing here. So I have installed it from the website geany.org. So this is the website geany.org. When you open it, you will get a home page of Geany where you can download Geany here, release, and you will get here Windows version. Whatever you are running your OS, you can download a Geany text editor. So this is easy for you to save the file and run Python. Otherwise you can use it in CMD, or there have function you have to first save it in .py format, then you have to run in your text editor. Okay, so with this Geany you can do it very easily. So I have already installed it. You just download it and install this one, and let's start it. So here you can see that Geany text editor interface. So in the Geany text editor you have to do like this. First of all, you go to the new. So already new is here, untitled. So let me do it again. So this is the new templates. Okay, so now right here, first of all, what is variable here? So I'm writing here, type in your text editor, message is equal to hello world. Okay, so when you write this and when you print this message, you have to press here. First of all, you have to save this one. When you do press here F5, so you will get the option to save it. So I am saving in my desktop. So I have made a folder Python work. So I will do save here. So this is my first file. So I will write hello.py. So my file will save in hello.py, and it is saved and it is printing a hello.world. So now you can get an option here, build option and execute option. When you click on the execute, so you will get a execute function run here, right? So this is the function. When you do execute, so this print message hello world will print here, right? So first of all, we have to know this what is variable. So in this one, message is variable. Okay, so message is the variable, and every variable holds value, which is information associated with that variable. In this case, value is value of the text is hello world. Okay, so this is the variable, and this variable value age with the double quote hello world is the value, right? Some of the variables rules are here. So variables name can contain only letter, numbers and underscore. They can start with a letter or an underscore, but not with number. For instance, you can say that you can write a message 1 here. So this will print, this will work. Okay, so let's execute with F5. So it will print, but when you try to write it in this format, 1 underscore this, so this will not execute. try it, this will not execute. So when you execute it, F5, so it is saying invalid decimal literals. It means that you cannot start variable name with number. So this is the rule which we have to follow in writing our programs. And spaces are not allowed. Like if you want to use some space, so you cannot use directly here. You instead of space you can use underscore. Like if I want to write this message like message something like kill, not kill, message 1, so it will not print message 1. Why? Because space is not allowed here, so it will give an invalid syntax. So instead of this, I would like to write this underscore. So I'm writing here underscore, and when I will execute this, this will execute the file hello world. So next rule is that avoid using Python keywords. If any Python keywords, that will I will show you in the next video that what are the keywords in the Python. So like if you use this word strip, so this is the keyword which cannot be used. Like if you use print, so this is the keyword we cannot use here. So it will give also error message. So this keyword, when you print it, this will give type error, string object is not callable. It means that print option is not allowed. This is the keyword of Python. Okay, so first of all you are seeing here that this is traceback. You are seeing here in the traceback most recent call. So what is this traceback? Traceback is a record of where the interpreter run into troubles when you're trying to execute your code. It means that while doing programming, every programmer will get this. So this is the part of any programming language. You will get the error. First of all, you have to understand what is the error type. So for this error type, you can see here this error is giving in the type error. This is a string. It is saying that print is the string, so it is not callable. So we have to change this string functions. Like we have to write it like message I am writing here, and with the print function I am using message, right? So it will not give any error. But when you use when you misspell anything while doing print, so it will give you error. So we have to check it what is the error. So in the traceback it is saying that print message. So here the MESSAGE should we have to write, but we have written MESSAGE. Okay, so it is showing the error, name error, which is name message error is not defined. It means that this keyword is wrong and we have to write it again to make it correct. Okay, so we will write here again and then we will print the function. It will give the print message, right? So this is the traceback, and we have to think we have to take care of it. And how to read this traceback? You have to first see that which error is type error is giving. So then only we can rectify it, and when you understand how to rectify it, you will definitely smile. So on the next we have to go for a string. That what is string? A string is simply a series of characters. Anything inside quote is considered a string in Python. You can use single or double quotes around your string. Okay, so what is string here? In this function we know that message is the variable. Now hello world is the variable value, but in the Python we will say that this is the string which are written inside the message. Okay, so we will call this string. So we are printing string, and anything which is written in double quote, single quote is called string. Okay, so to make it clear that anything is written in double quote is called string. Okay, and one function is there that if you want to write something like apostrophe s, so this will write only in the double quote. Okay, you have to use only this double quote function, otherwise it will not work. Like if I am using this one double quote and words, so when I want to print this, so this will print words. If I am trying to write it in a single quote, then it will not print your text. So let's see this. So it is giving a syntax error, invalid. So 2 times the apostrophe s is given here. Okay, so we have to use only double quote here to make it work in the interpreter, right? So when we execute this will give the words. Okay, so let's go for another. How to change your text. Like if I want to write something here, I'm writing someone's name, Satish. So just make it variable here. Name is equal to Satish. We will write in double quote Satish. Okay, so when we have written this Satish in the double quote, when we try to print it, so we will give the command print name within the parenthesis, so it will provide the name Satish. So you can notice here the word S is already in the small letter. So with the name always we have to use a capital letter. So we will rectify it in our program by giving a method. So what is the method here? Method is an action that Python can perform on a piece of data. The dot after name, like this dot I am giving. Okay, so when I am giving this dot, I am writing here name dot so this title method. So what is the method here? So the method here is title, and this title method is separated with the dot. So this dot after name tells Python to make title method act on a variable name. Okay, so when we use this and when we try to run the command, so when we execute this command, so you will see here Satish. So S will be the capital here. So these are the methods. So we will go through the deep in the methods, that what type of methods we have. So I am just giving you a simple view that we can use the method to make some useful meaning of any words in our program. So that will help us in writing a program, a good program. So this is the method, and we have other method like this one. I have written in the capital letter, right? So I have written this by mistake. I have written this in the capital letter, but in the printing I want it in a simple letter. So I will do this. I will just do this one. Let's see what happened. So when we try to execute, so it will again give you the same, only the first letter will the capital and the next letter will be the small. Okay, when we are trying to load this all the letter, so we will write this in the lower form, and we try to write this, and when we do F5 press, so it will, all the capital letters will be in the small letter. So that is the function of lower method. And when we have written anything in the small letter, so we will use the method upper here. When we use this upper method and when we try to execute this function, so every letter of Satish will be in the upper layer, upper form. Okay, so this is the thing, and let's go in the concatenating. So these are the methods we are using here. Now we are using the concatenating method. Concatenating means it is combining two strings. So let's start with the combining. That I am writing something, my first name here. So first name is Satish, like Satish, okay, and last name is Kumar, okay, and now full name will be equal to first name, and we will use the plus button, and we will use the space with the double quote, one space and double quote, closing quote, and we will use again plus option, and then we will write here last name. Okay, so the last name here I have written. Now I have to print this name, so I will use full name function here, so it will print the full name, right? We will execute this one, and when we execute this one, we will get the name Satish Kumar in concatenated form. It means I have written the first name Satish and the last name is Kumar, but in the full name we have concatenated, we have combined this Satish and Kumar using the plus operator. Then we have print this full name, so it is here printing the full name Satish Kumar. So sometime it's happened that you want to direct print everything, so we'll write here print function here already is written, and we'll write here hello. So some string I want to add here, so I will written here, I will write here hello, and we'll use the plus button, then we'll write the full name here, that is the variable name we have written for the full name and the last name, and we'll use the title here. Why? Because we will use the title here. Why? Because the Satish and Kumar is in the small letter, so we will use the title form. Okay, title method. So title method, title, title method, and this title method plus, we will use the plus, and we'll use some exclamation mark, so it will concatenate this one, and when we try to print this one, we'll execute this. So what we will get here, so hello Satish Kumar. So here it is, you are seeing that hello and Satish is not in the it does not have space, so we'll make it space here. So here you can give a comma and space, so it will make space here, and when you try to execute this one, F5, and you can see here hello Satish Kumar. So this is the concatenating function. So you are using the combining the string using the plus operator. Okay, so this is the form, and if you want to make it that variable will come here in the full name, so you can use a variable also, like if you are trying to do this one, so let's make it in variable. I'll just do it here, message is equal to hello, and it will combine everything, and then we will print here print message, so everything will print. Okay, so you are seeing here I made a variable here message, and hello plus full name dot title plus exclamation mark as a string. So we have make it here and print this message, and this print the Satish Kumar. Okay, so now what is the white space? Do you know what is white space here? So white space to the string with tab and new lines like white space, so I am using here. Let's delete this one, and like if I want to print if I want to print Python here, so it will print Python. Okay, but when we use print tab, so for the tab we use backward slash and T, and we'll write here Python. Okay, so when we write this, what happened here? Let's check it. So this will give one tab here. So one tab function is used. This tab function is used to make us to give a white space to this string. Okay, so we have some more, like we have the Python new lines option. So we'll write here print language, and we are using here and, so it will like Python. Then we have to write it C in the new line, and then we have to write here and Java. Okay, so let's close this one. Oh, we forget here. So this is the common error when you sometimes you forget to give this double quote option. So make it sure that you are not doing a mistake here. So now I have to execute this one. I will press the F5, and now see here. So we have used /t for Python, so it is giving a one tab space, and when we have used \n, so it is giving in the next line Python, C, Java, all in the next line. But you can also give to both, means you can combine new lines and tabs with the same. So you just give T, and here also T, and here also /t. So when you press F5, so you will get here. So see, so language, we have the one tab space we are giving in the new line, so it is Python, C and Java. In the previous, what happened there? This Python on the left side and C is on the left side, and the Java is the left side. But now we have given the /t, so the one tab option will come here. Okay, so this is the format we are doing, white space. And now let's do it apostrophe. I have already told you. Now come to the number. So what is number here? So whatever we will write here, suppose we are writing number here 2 and plus 3. So what will here we will get? Let's see it. So we'll execute here. So nothing option is giving here. Why? Because this is the text editor, so we can check it in the CMD. So let's go with the CMD. So I am writing CMD here, and I am writing here Python, so it will give the Python option, Python 3.85. let's check it here, what is happened when we work with a Python numbers. Okay, so when we write here 2 plus 3 and when we do enter here, so it will give us 5. So whatever number we are providing, so this will make we use this plus option, so it will add this number. When we minus this one, like 5 minus 2, so it will minus. When we try to multiplication, 5 into 5, it will give multiplication form. When we use 6 divided by 2, so it will give a 3.0 option. Okay, so this is the numbers we are using, and the operators as a add, subtract, multiplication and division, right? And you can also check that what is the float number. Float number, you can say all the decimal number is called float number. When you're trying to add anything like 0.1 plus 3, so it will give you 3.1. but when you trying to add 0.2 plus 0.1, so it will not give you the correct answer. So most of you have the question, sir, why it is not giving the correct answer? Because in the Python it is our developers are searching for this, why, for the accuracy here. So they are trying to make it more accuracy, so we have to wait for it. And for any decimal number you want to add, you can get a perfect answer. Like sometimes in the previous version in the Python, you have seen that when you 3 divided by 2, so it gives only 1 in the previous version. But in this Python 3.0 version, you will this developer has rectified this mistake, and when you divide it any number, so it will give you a perfect accuracy. Okay, so this is the command for numbers and float numbers. So let's check it by doing a simple way. I will just do one thing. Write a program. I'm just giving you write a program to print your name and class in Python. Okay, so this one you have to write it. First of all, you have to make a variable, like make a variable name and class. Okay, so these are the two variables. When you write it, just print your name and class. Okay, so when you try to print it, make it sure if any error comes, how to rectify it. But when you are not able to make it correct, just comment on my video, so I will make it correct that how you can correct this. Okay, so these are the functions you have to these are the program you have to do it yourself. So I am just leaving on you. So make it sure that you people do everything in your home. While when you see this video, try to write a program yourself. Okay, so you can also write a addition function also, addition program also. Write a addition program. Write a program to add two numbers. So how you will do? You have to first make a variable x and make a variable y and print x plus y. Okay, so this will give the addition. Like that, you have to do subtractions, multiplication and division. These are the all options. You have to do it yourself. And if you are getting any problem, you can contact me on comment. I will help you there, and I will give you the next video that how you will do everything on this addition, multiplication. So subscribe my channel and regularly update your knowledge with the Python. And if you get any problem, just contact me. Okay guys, so I'm just winding up this, and we'll see you on the next video that how you have done everything. Okay, so till then, bye bye, and subscribe my channel and like my video. Bye bye.